Yeah, they really are. We're talking Twitter. Yeah. We can handle the Manitoba rescheduling plan. That'd be helpful.
Are we gonna cover content on Trump Truth social platform or whatever? That would be funny when we put it on Truth Social.
Everything is a conspiracy theory.
In order to raise our pride awareness, we put our platform on Truth Social. That would be hilarious.
I have to go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to USL League 2 soccer action between Minneapolis City Soccer Club and Thunder Bay. I am John Bisworm, and we are not at our typical location of Edor Nelson Field. Mother Nature said the weather's too bad, so we are indoors at the beautiful, albeit very bright and hot, so I don't know what's better, inside or outside, St. Croix Community Rec Center. And with me tonight, also a little bit of a curveball, is not Eric Nordquist, not Adam Pribble. I am joined by the one and only, a member of Minneapolis City, currently working his way back into the squad after an injury in the first match of the season, longtime friend of the club and longtime player, Mr. Nick Hutton. Nick, welcome.
Yeah, hey, thanks. Good to be here.
We've been trying to do this for a while.
Absolutely.
Every time there's a gap and maybe you're not in the team sheet, or it's a USL or UPSL game, or when it was an MPSL game last season, I was constantly trying to get you in, but I'm glad we have you. So, ladies and gentlemen, bear with us. It's been a pretty weird week around Minneapolis City headquarters. Not only the fact that we were inside instead of playing outside, but we're also, we had our trailer stolen, so we're still trying to pick the pieces together. But you know what puts the pieces together, Nick? Soccer.
Yes.
So I'm pretty excited that we're actually playing soccer. So a recap of what happened in the last match we played was Minneapolis City took a 2-1 loss versus the Legends down in St. Croix on Father's Day. You were there, Nick. What happened?
You went in with a good game plan. We were, in a good run of play. They had a couple of sneaky little chances here and there, but against the run of play, I think the football field lines got Kai on the first one, and they put a good free kick goal on a goalie blunder, and then we started turning the screws again, figuring it out how to get deeper into the play. Couldn't quite finish chances in the first half, but we were going to get back into it. And a second goalie blunder that, Kai admits himself is error that came back and cost us.
Yeah, I mean, it really was two goalkeeping mistakes. We'll just call it like it is, right?
Sure.
But Minneapolis City was able to rebound on a Hakeem Morgan left-footed volley, and at that point we thought we were going to get back in it, but that just wasn't in the cards on the day. So we did have a reschedule. We're working through that with the league and with our friends in Manitoba, but stay tuned to our social channels for when that rematch is going to be played. But next weekend we'll be down for the rubber match of the Bisworm series, Minneapolis City versus Milwaukee Bavarians on July 1st. But Nick, let's keep this telecast going and this broadcast going with what's happening today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So today we've got the player to watch, sponsored by our friends at Twin Cities Orthopedics. We've got Evan Siefkin in net.
Yeah.
junior at St. John's.
And Evan was a 2021 All MIAC honorable mention, and then flipped the script. And in 2022, this past season, was an All MIAC first team player. So really did the work to climb up the ranks there. He started all 34 games so far with a 1.22 goals against average and 161 saves in his 2 college seasons. So playing a lot of soccer and stopping a lot of shots is what I'm saying. And he was a standout futures player, and this is his first time he's been called up to the senior roster.
Yeah, absolutely excited to see him. It stops a lot of shots, that's for sure. So now we got to go into our keys to victory, sponsored by Pence Homes.
So the first one I look at is forget 99% of what happened against St. Croix Legends. I think people take the Ted Lasso approach, be a goldfish. I like to just completely forget literally everything, but there's always that 1% you want to take away from it, that one moment, and that 1% could be different for every player. Mm-hmm. So forget that, and let's maybe think of how well we did when we moved the ball quickly and how we advanced the field. So forget most of that game. The second one is regain a tighter back line. I think now we're starting to get some of the back line pieces back. We'll get into the starting lineup, but we're starting to see a little more cohesion back in the back line. And we saw that when we can have those tight lines, we really just need to work on connecting those the tight back line into how we get the ball into the midfield and up the field into the attacking third. And then finally, energy from the whistle. You're an energy guy, Nick. How important is it that the team starts with energy right away?
Absolutely. It's contagious. You get in there, you fly around, bring some energy into the intent, and bring it into what we need to do to get the put them under stress, the other team. The entire time we got to, if we step back, they take chances. If we keep pushing, then we're going to stress them out. We're going to be able to put things into in the dangerous spots and get some good attacks. And we know our guys can finish goals.
I mean, you have to be somewhat conservative about how much pressure you put on in the beginning, but there's nothing worse than you think you're going to have an easy first few minutes of the game, and then there's 11 voices shouting at you from the other side of the field and putting you under pressure.
Absolutely. I mean, you can have energy and weather the storm at the same time. Energy means you're putting in a good shift. You're focused. You have the right mindset. You're doing things intelligently. It's not just necessarily about running, and frankly, we need a little bit more patience at times. So the energy is going to be focused. You need to spend as much energy maintaining focus as it is just getting after it.
All right, great. Well, we're going to take a quick break, pay some bills, but before, we're going to do the one message. I don't know if you've listened to the broadcast this year. I always mess this one up, so I'm going to give it a shot here. And maybe it's a Nordo thing with him not being here. This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League. Nailed it. All right, we'll be back in a few seconds, folks. Stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to USL League 2 Soccer, Minneapolis City versus Thunder Bay Chill. I am John Bisworm, joined by the Nick Hutton. Not Mick Hutton, Nick Hutton. And we are from the beautiful St. Croix Recreational Center, indoors today, like we mentioned in the beginning of the telecast here, or the broadcast, due to weather concerns. But we do want to mention that we talked about some weirdness with the club. We had all of our game day and operational equipment stolen this past week. If you're interested in learning more about what happened and potentially helping the club out, we had fantastic support. And we're going to bring Chairman Dan Hudeman on at halftime to talk through just kind of like what that really does mean to the club. So thank you to anyone who donated, who reposted our GoFundMe. You can actually head down into the comment or the description area of the game day player here on the stream. If you're interested in donating, we'd appreciate it. Every little bit counts, but we appreciate the support. But now on to action. As far as starting lineups go, Nick, why don't you tell us who is going to be starting for Thunder Bay?
Yeah, sure thing. We'll figure out what positions everyone's in here, but we're starting with Nathaniel Sala, Bradley Sample, Hugo Tavares, Thomas Gray, Jan Engels, Jamie Wynn, Kareem Pare, Moses Cafiro, Pierre Leroux, David Viola, and Brandon Birmingham.
Nailed it. And then for your Minneapolis City Crows, in net, making his debut, player to watch, number 1, Evan Siefkin. Across the back line from right to left, you have number 2, Andrew Shazinski. Number 4, Captain Jonah Garcia. Number 5, Wes Lawrence. Number 17, Carson Pena. Number 6, making his first team debut back from a stint in Germany, is number 27, Scotty Heinen. In front of Scotty in the midfield to connect those three is Brian Lopez, number 26, and Dennis Mensa, number 25. Dennis Mensa also making his first start after some very impressive substitute appearances for the Crows this season. And then across the front three is, it's missing a name, but this is the front three. 2 of the 3 have played a lot of soccer together. Shea Bechtel, number 21, Hakeem Morgan, and then making the start for the almost mentioned Eli Goldman is number 11, Mark Gallagher. Excuse me. So we're not going to have the national anthem. We don't quite know when we're going to start. The team is, or the captains are working through instructions from the referees and doing the coin toss. But I got a question for you, Nick. As a player, what do you do to prepare for playing a competitive match that you probably haven't done since you were younger, indoors versus outdoors?
Yeah, sure thing. I think it's trying to understand your surroundings here a little bit. For me, the first thing I'm trying to do is, you're getting really ramped up. You're going to get going. It's a hot facility. I think the first thing I'd be doing here for the 2 minutes before the game is calm that heart rate down. Mm-hmm. Get really calm so you can get up and you can go when it hits that whistle.
A fictional ice bath.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you what I would do. I mean, it's different. Right, even just where we're doing this broadcast, not being up in a crow's nest, but being down level, hearing the players, hearing the coaches, it reminds me of COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. We're back in 2020, 2021.
Well, yeah, we're in the bubble. We're literally in the bubble, figuratively and literally today.
Oh, there's no chance we would take in that season. That we were a good team in COVID, so this is a good sign.
Yeah, it is. Maybe we just need to play indoors. Well, We'll see what happens first today, but then then maybe we have to make a difficult decision with Augsburg.
Tell them keep the dome up.
And unfortunately, like not having the citizens here it kind of hurts the gut a little bit, right?
Oh, absolutely. They're coming after the other team the whole time. They're chanting. You feel them. The energy it helps the legs go, and you feel just a little extra pride in those tackles.
Yeah, absolutely. A little extra. We talked about that right from the whistle. Like they bring that energy to make you wanna play, regardless of the scoreline.
Oh, absolutely. Those guys, they come out rain or shine, win or lose. I couldn't see another team in our league having something similar.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like the teams are taking shape on the field. We want to thank some sponsors here real quick before we start. Today's match is sponsored by Radisson Red. Minneapolis City would like to send a special thank you to Radisson Red Minneapolis downtown for extending their hospitality to all traveling teams and fans, like Thunder Bay in this instance. Radisson Red, the official hotel partner of Minneapolis City Soccer Club. Just got to mark this sponsor read off here so we don't do it again. And that voice is someone who you're going to see and hear a lot of today because it's the sound travels, and that's Coach Carl Craig.
Yeah, it's almost like we got a microphone over right next to him.
It feels different, Nick. I'm not going to lie.
It's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be a lot of fun from the viewers.
Yeah, you're gonna feel like you're in it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we're underway. Looks like Hakeem thinking that he tested the goalkeeper early. For me, that's a shot. So if we had the scoreboard, we mark it down as a shot, Tyler.
I think the goalie was tying his shoe, so ambitious. We'll see. We see if we can pin him back.
Trying to get the lineup here sorted out for Thunder Bay. But Thunder Bay content to keep the ball in the back right now, and Minneapolis City content to kind of have a mid-block of pressure.
They're just playing around their back, shifting a little bit of the back line, testing to see how we're going to press, if we're going to hold off.
There's, Nick, from the eye test, I don't want to say significant, but a noticeable physical difference between these two teams. Thunder Bay brings some big boys down from Canada.
Oh, yeah, they must be chopping logs all day and coming onto the soccer pitch after.
Great touch by Lopez. Mensa getting out of trouble. Looks like Heinen's first touch with the first team was successful.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan getting dispossessed. Kind of hard to see numbers.
It is.
We do our best.
Setting traps pretty good up there up front.
So it looks like number 10 is kind of, if they're going with two up top, it's kind of like this. Number 3. So the referee making an adjustment to the call, initially going with the wrong direction. We'll just call it dome things.
Yeah, he's listening. Long ball into Mark. Scotty Heinen collecting at midfield, collecting all the way back to Jonah. Patiently bouncing around back through the 6.
We were without Jonah Garcia for a little bit. What do you know about what was keeping Jonah out?
I think he picked up a knock that he had to work through a little bit. I don't know if it was overuse, if he was just took a knock or something, a kick. He just needed to take a week or so off and kind of get the legs back to fresh.
There's a lot of road soccer being played, as this is one of only. This is our last regular season game outside of that reschedule, so maybe 2 left, plus the Super Cup game against our old frenemies in Duluth. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of travel soccer, so I think it was a smart precaution.
Absolutely. Engaging the defense from the back line with West, playing a nice split in. Hakeem getting the ball. Oh, one last final ball into Brian.
You would have maybe liked Hakeem to pull the trigger from there.
Absolutely. I think his touch got away from him, and that's why he went with option 2.
Who do they have playing on that left wing? Number 11. So he's on the left side. So I think we got it right here. I think we got it. Thunder Bay early, doing well in tight spaces.
Good recovery by West there.
Player to watch, Evan Siefkin's first touch of the game was with his feet.
Good take by Hakeem there. Cool, calm, and collected, and with Evan in the back there. Really only pressing with the center forward there. The rest of the mids dropping under. Wings are kind of staying medium block.
They do get conservative when they lose the ball, but as soon as they win it, man, they get the white shirts get forward.
Absolutely. Coil up that spring to go on a counter. Dennis trying some fancy footwork there.
It's like Birmingham with the first opportunity for for Thunder Bay. But you know, we were talking about like off air, losing the ball in interesting spaces. Like for that, would you rather prefer that maybe Dennis Mensah played the way he was facing instead of trying to turn, not really knowing what else is behind that other layer?
Absolutely. I think if he's another 10 paces forward, that's a go for the Cruyff nutmeg right there. Even if he wants to turn, move the guy with his body on him and shift his body rather than going with a flick there.
Yeah, because that immediately sparked a dangerous counterattack. Because there were players that were short looking for support, but didn't get it, and then they're on their heels facing that counterattack. But just those little things that, like throughout the season, little things like that, we clean those up, and we get maybe a goal scoring opportunity off of that.
Big time, different results.
Good team defense.
Shea get picked over in the side.
Too
far to see if it was clean or not.
Evan doing well coming off of his line. First save. Player to watch.
Absolutely. Hopefully first a few.
It's going to be difficult for a goalkeeper. Like, what do you do in a dome? Is it Tavares? Tavares has been tidy on the ball. Out wide to Para.
Nice block by Andrew. Stay on your feet. Don't dive. Just keep moving your feet. Nice job by Shea. Good ball recovery.
Oh, nailing the VO camera. The thinnest pole that you could possibly hit. It's the one that gets hit. Thunder Bay is content to go backwards.
Yeah.
Not a bad decision.
Absolutely. You can tell they're very calm.
I know folks can't see us on the stream, but number 3 looks like the smallest shingers I've ever seen on a soccer ball. Looks like packs of cigarettes in there.
If that. Need a little bit more communication out of the guys for Shea there. Good block from Carson.
Good work by Gallagher.
Gallagher gets back on the ball.
Good transition.
Tough long ball to take there.
Yeah, that was definitely meant for Morgan.
Offsides. A little early. Thunder Bay coach calling over some instructions, tweaking the lineup here. Teasing ball by Carson into Hakeem. Well defended.
This is where we talk about, like, not a bad idea, but maybe not the ideal option, because it put us in an opportunity where we could have been stressed on the counterattack.
Certainly.
Good footwork by number 11 Pare there for Thunder Bay.
Yeah, Kareem, he's confident in his feet. He's simple in his decisions.
He looks very dangerous when he gets the ball in 1v1. It took 3 pink shirts to take it off him last time in a dangerous spot.
Yeah, smart defending though. Just lay, wait for your trees to get back behind you. Long shot.
Yeah,
no
nothing
problem.
on that. Was that Leroux, number 18?
Yes.
like to thank Pence Homes. When it's time to make a move, you're in good hands with the property experts at Pence Homes, a top choice for buyers and sellers all across the metro. Pence Homes, a division of Keller Williams Classic Realty Northwest.
Content to let them play it back.
Yeah, the Crows haven't really been able to find the center three unless it's a side to side that was coming through Scotty Heinen just in switches of play.
See if they can get under in some of these second balls, win some of these duels.
All right, again. I think it's just moving the ball quicker. Because what we've done so far is we've gone backwards and we've allowed Thunder Bay to get back into their defensive shell. And we talked about it in the Legends game. Moving the ball quicker with purpose was how we created our chances.
Thunder Bay's just really packing in, allowing our center backs to try to come in and engage before they have to step into it.
Well, when you have 2 games in 2 days.
Oh, yeah. Conservation.
Yeah.
Good battle by Shea and defender.
Falling down, he almost kept it in. At least we don't need ball kids today. Save the budget.
But we do love our ball kids.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely. I believe it was pinned down to be maybe Richfield Soccer Club today. So come back again, Richfield Soccer Club. We'll have a spot for you guys to help us out.
Again, just a bit more patience here by Thunder Bay, moving around the back line, trying to see how people are moving, shifting.
Clearance by Garcia. Not sure what Gallagher was doing there. It's offside. 12 minutes in, scoreline 0-0. It's kind of odd for us not to have a scoreboard to look at.
Yeah.
Nick, tell me how important is activating the second and third option from a run perspective? And what does it truly do for the decision maker?
Yeah, I think it's really important to get timing correct. You know, people might make the perfect idea of a run, but if people don't do it at the same time, at the correct timing, you clog gaps. It's really about trying to create overloads, mismatches for the defense to have to think about, create something a little bit stressful, and if the timing comes in incorrectly, you know, it gets a little too easy to defend. So I think it's all about finding those triggers, those cues, so that the next player can find that gap and give that extra time to the player who wants to be dangerous.
I think what it also does, it just varies up the space for the other two runs. That, like, maybe that third option is the right one as the Crows look to take the ball quickly here. But most times than not, yes, the first option is one that can work, but that third option that's making a simultaneous action is deadly. Absolutely.
And, you know, people are a lot of times ball watching, and, you know, it's easy to pick up that first runner. That third runner you've got to be a super dialed in communicating defense to be able to pick that up.
It's those giveaways we were talking about. The Crows look to have this covered, though.
Nice
Work
recovery
by
by
Captain
Jonah.
Garcia. But why I mentioned the third runner is, you know, there's been an opportunity as we look at the replay here. Great block by Garcia. There's been opportunities for our weak side wingers to potentially make movement, and they've been staying very wide. I wonder if that's something that the coaching staff has kind of talked about.
Yeah, I think, you know, they haven't fully said, you know, you need to stay wide. It's more of a mentality and starting pattern, right? So especially with big body Hakeem, that doesn't necessarily want to go run in behind. He wants a ball on body. He wants ball on feet. If you can get Hakeem in and under and get somebody behind him, you know, it's going to be just unbelievably dangerous.
So, like, right now I'm thinking is, like, what's number 11 Mark Gallagher going to do here, like, to activate? Like, moving out, creating space for Dennis, but where's the other action?
Yeah, a couple touches on the build-up that just hopped out. They had to recycle. Calling from the sideline here. Thought Hakeem was a little physical with his defender.
I thought they maybe marked him coming from an offside position, but yeah, maybe they got him for a foul. This is typically where that ball's been hit on the diagonal.
Mm-hmm.
Good step by Scotty Heinen.
Mm-hmm.
Like that
A
ball,
little slow. A little slow out of mark there.
That's got to happen quicker, right?
First set piece of the day.
Has this been something that has been trained in practice? I know there were some difficult moments on set pieces so far earlier on in the season.
You know, it's discussed and it's addressed. It's not necessarily something we've been training a lot, but I think it's a little bit about individual accountability.
Typically, that's what happens on set pieces. This guy from Thunder Bay hit a sweet ball. that was nice.
They've got some good ball strikers. I'm glad I said it there. It cursed them.
Here's where we got to move the ball quicker. Like less touches.
Oh, Dennis is about to make a run through the backside.
Yeah.
That's fine though.
We retained possession,
Mm-hmm.
so there wasn't a turnover. But potentially, like we talked about, that second runner was on. Just noticing those cues. I mean, this is Dennis's first start with some of the guys around him. Yes, he trains with you guys. Yes, he's come off the bench in every match, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a little bit different.
Oh, misread from West there.
Nick, good living comes from two things: good soccer and good brewing. Between Minneapolis City and Mpls, you'll be living good every day this summer. Visit their tap room in the beautiful Bryn Mawr neighborhood, or grab a sixer in liquor stores everywhere, literally everywhere. Learn more at utepils.com.
I love Mpls.
Tasty stuff. Sure there's a few Labatt drinkers watching today that would disagree with us. Here comes that overload again.
Mm-hmm. Good recovery by the back line there.
You talked about how the team had kind of seen some cues on watching Thunder Bay tape.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's been addressed so far.
Yeah, absolutely. They calmly work this right side back angles up the field, and they try to get Kareem Pare on the ball as much as possible. It seems like.
Well, I would too. Big Evan owning his box there.
Just calm and collected there. Nobody else had a chance at that.
Just under 20 minutes in here. Scoreline 0-0 between Minneapolis City and Thunder Bay. Once again, folks, if you're not used to seeing us in a dome, we're not used to playing in one outside of training. The air quality index across the Midwest, and particularly in this part of the country, is terrible right now. So
nice split by Jonah.
We're taking health and safety of players, staff, referees, and fans into consideration, and we're indoors today.
Some tidy play out of the Thunder Bay back line there.
Yeah, they have all shown that they're very good on the ball.
And they trust their goalie with his feet, creating an overload and mismanaged for any traps we try to set. They always have a man up back there. Smart.
Oh.
Does anybody know what happens if the ball hits the Dome.
Game over.
2 bases.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's unlucky. Definitely want to see a replay on that. Like, it looks as if it looked like the ball was going out of bounds.
Ball just rolled through some feet in the back.
It hit the post. Any indicator on who finished that? Let's see here. Yeah, it hit the. It looked like it hit the outside of the goal post.
Yeah, Evan didn't quite collect.
"20 minutes in, 20 minutes in, 0-0, or excuse me, 1-0 Thunder Bay versus Minneapolis City. I believe that finish was by number.
Was it 9 or 10? Jamie Wynn or Brandon Birmingham?
It was number 9, Brandon Birmingham, in the 22nd minute.
Just poaching in the box and ball bounced the wrong spot.
Well, it came from Kareem Parra.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and from a defensive perspective, I felt like Carson Pena did.
That one was covered. That should have been handled.
It just happened to. I mean, honestly, it looked like it might have gone over the end line. We weren't down there, but it looked like it maybe hit the tire on the goal and then came back out.
Yeah.
But either way, it looked as if Evan Siefken had it covered and then it hit the
He-
post and it bounced the opposite way. I
He
mean,
could have seen things wrong. He could have just seen a goofy deflection on the way into him.
a foul there. Here it comes again. Parra on the ball, coming in off the wing.
Quick feet. Good job by Carson.
Like, there's only the ability to get two men forward there. So there were no real options for Shea.
Yeah, I think his touch got away from him a little bit more than he would have expected. Scotty missed on the tackle.
So we've gotten a confirmation on what happens when the ball hits the roof. It's a spot free kick indirect for the other team. All right, there you go. Thank you to staff writer Kyle Eliason for that knowledgeable info.
Is that searchable in the United Soccer League rule book? Is that
Came from his own wiki page. Just obscure soccer rules. Good work by the wall there to stay compact.
I think Brandon Birmingham wants that one back.
Been really, really impressed with number 18, Pierre Leroux for Thunder Bay.
He's a very smooth operator.
Just smooth, calm, that pivot player for them. Doesn't force balls forward, but is always looking for the option.
Just walking through the park, connecting.
But Thunder Bay definitely has a style of play. And who does it run through?
Yeah, Kareem Parra.
Yep. Oh, correction. It looks as if the goal came from Tavares, number 8. Sorry, friends and family of Brandon Birmingham. Oh boy. Here, you have it, right? It's almost like we don't have to say anything. The players are doing it for us.
Long ball back to Pare.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get that one.
Just a little collision with Carson. Looks back at the ref.
Yeah, I didn't see anything in that.
No, I think it's good play. Wasn't much of a complaint there from the player either. Looks back over his shoulder.
Gave the lines guy a little bit of a look. But you have to do that as an attacker, right?
Got to ask for it.
Can Minneapolis City move the ball quick here? Because as of right now, the Thunder Bay, good ball in by Shazinski. Hit the roof.
Bit of a battle with Dennis Mentz on the back post there for that air ball.
Talking about going back to moving the ball quickly, the white shirts root themselves in defensively. Like that really, to me, unless you disagree, is the only way for us really to break this down, especially in a tight confines here, is it's got to be a little bit quicker.
Absolutely. You could tell that, especially with their physicality and their size, they're absolutely okay with long balls being sent in. They're not going to be bothered by crosses or long balls into the box. They feel like they're going to collect those, win second balls, and get out.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of run of play here in their final third. Off the crossbar.
Oh, that's not a foul.
Oh, boy.
Unlucky. What do we got to do to buy one here this season? Great shot.
Brilliant shot by Hakeem.
Look at this replay. I mean, oh, man. Yeah, I didn't see a foul there.
Mark got his foot on the ball.
That would have been nice to have.
Yeah, Mark had a sitter there if that doesn't get whistled.
Yep. Excuse me.
Good to see a little bit of response. Dangerous press.
Yep. You want to use that as a positive momentum into more chances, right?
Absolutely. Keep it out of a negative mindset here. Get a chance, get a little sniff. Start to stress them out a little bit again.
Good work by Garcia.
Carson maybe gets a little bit away with. He's going to be walking the line for a yellow on the next one.
See, I don't think that was a yellow, a discussion warranting foul. I mean, the free kick was obvious.
Oh, totally.
There was nothing in it.
I mean, I think it was a tactical takedown, but I think it's a conversation and off we go.
We all can agree it was a foul.
Mm-hmm. Defend this just like a corner. Goes over the top. Good header by Andrew.
Work by Dennis Mensa. It's an opportunity to take a quick one, or what do you think?
I think they're set the lines, start to build. Not much for runners forward.
The half-hour mark, it's Minneapolis City 0, Thunder Bay 1. Really been a tale of one-way traffic for me, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. We got the crossbar. We had a couple of decent little looks, but really it's been a lot of possession, midfield, Thunder Bay going deep, trying to cut that long ball into Kareem, I'm sorry. Nice recovery by Jonah there.
There's shouts for offside there. I didn't think he was offside.
The timing was pretty close.
Yeah, when the ball was played, he definitely was on. We just heard that from heard from Coach Craig. I don't know if
Get the ball
the
moving.
viewers heard that. He said faster.
Ball's getting stuck under people's feet. He just wants it to get going.
Like right here. Good save by Wes Lawrence from that ball going out of bounds.
Long legs.
I don't know anything about that.
Exactly what we were talking earlier with Carl shouting about timing of these movements and these runs. Good run there. Nice save, Evan.
Save by Siefkin.
Great save.
Kind of baited the forward into that. If we watch a replay on that, he kind of looked as if he was going to go out for the long ball and kind of caught no man's land, and then was able to retreat back and make a great 1v1 save there. So we got number 26, Bradley Sample, taking the kick here for Thunder Bay.
He's been sitting all day right back next to Pierre Leroux. Kind of bounces, kind of a bit of a double six. Nicely weighted pass out, back out wide.
I don't know how he's not offside there.
Crows must not have cleared their lines quick.
Keep going backwards. Unlucky for Mensa.
Oh, that's just a bit of a battle.
Just gotta let him play.
That's just two grown men hitting each other.
Yeah, I didn't see anything in that. In dangerous area for Minneapolis City to have a questionable call. Birmingham on the ball again. It's number Birmingham and in the row for Thunder Bay. It looks like a lot more than 10 yards.
13-yard wall today. We don't have the nice lines at Augsburg to give us a benefit. Decent hit. Started to dip a little late. We need to make sure we don't get static in our movements here.
Unlucky. Can we find a quick one here?
can never say West Lawrence doesn't put his body out on the line.
Unlucky pass. Birmingham for Thunder Bay.
1-on-1.
Oof. What a finish. So now we can put him down the score line.
Yep.
In the 36-minute goal from number 9, Brandon Birmingham for Thunder Bay. All right, so 2-goal deficit. A lot of soccer to play, though, Nick.
It's all about a response here. All about a response.
But if you're Thunder Bay, do the roots of your defensive pressure line get a little bit thicker and deeper, knowing you have a 2-goal lead in a game tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, you just continue to not have to take chances if you don't want to. A lot of bodies behind the ball.
That's
Could be a foul. They got a free kick out of one of those earlier. Recognize him a full homer.
yeah, we're unapologetically homers.
Get on these second balls here.
This is the opportunity with numbers.
Take it.
First opportunity for Minneapolis City of substance, really outside of that that nice Hakeem Morgan volley that hit the crossbar for number 21, Shea Bechtel.
Calm, confident save by the goalie in the back.
Not a huge window of opportunity to get that ball on frame. There are a lot of bodies in the 6-yard box, or just about the 6-yard box.
Well taken by Shea. Small back left, little window. Try to sneak him through.
I mean, why not?
With them packing the lines in deep, it's going to potentially take a little bit of a moment of creativity or brilliance out of an individual here.
Minneapolis City is in good hands with our longtime sports medicine partner, Twin Cities Orthopedics. You too can have TCO on your side with a wide range of specialty services to help you achieve your goal of returning to full health. Learn more at tcomn.com. Help you get back to health, right, Nick?
Oh, they're the best. Beautiful facilities, beautiful people, very kind. Nice play by Mark, putting Dennis in there one-on-one. Pierre Leroux confidently picks him off.
You'd almost like a quick shot. We talked about it's got to be a special moment, and it's got to happen, you know, outside of the normal run of play, right?
Mm-hmm. Like to see Dennis have a little bit more confidence in that attack. He's got some great feet. He's just got to get in there and attack it, not question things.
Not sure how it looked as if
Scotty got a foot on that.
Nice move.
Brilliant feet. Nice save by Evan.
So number 3, Jan Ingles. Nice bit of footwork from the right back for Thunder Bay. West Lawrence has had a lot of the ball today.
And certainly a lot of Thunder Bay's plan is give the Minneapolis center backs a lot of time on the ball, see if they're going to break them down in the dribble. Great ball in there by Wes, giving Akeem a chance.
Need a replay on that one, please? It was a good ball in by West Lawrence,
Yep.
and a good run by Akeem Morgan.
A little early on the attacker.
The previous play here.
Looked like Akeem was already standing out of bounds when the ball came back to him, but
Yeah.
it's still far away to be able to tell that.
It did bounce off him last. He just happened to be out of bounds. So you were wrong.
Bit
It's
too much of the player
It's
there.
like Carson wasn't waiting for one.
Nope.
From the referee. I thought that was a pretty soft interaction there. So definitely you don't want to pick up a yellow card on something like that.
Of course.
You kind of want to earn your yellow cards.
Last 3 minutes here. Stay stable and see if we can pick off another couple of attacks. They're clearly find their way back to halftime.
Mm-hmm. I know where the ball's going to go. Right there.
Nice track back by Mark.
They just overload the left side to clear out that right side. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
And the thing is that
And it's the right back that's been the one flying down the line today.
it started with Para,
Mm-hmm.
and when he drifts inside, then everyone is looking for where he's going to go, and then it's Ingles that makes the overlap.
They had initially had Jamie Wynn out on this edge, and they'd switched with Kareem Para after the first 5 minutes.
They clearly saw something that they liked.
I think it's a good partnership that Kareem Para has with this John Ingles. Nice tackle by Wes. That was a dangerous moment for Thunder Bay. Calmly taken by Pierre Leroux.
That's the first opportunity that we actually were able to somewhat connect with that overlapping run.
That was a
from
nice
Mensa.
driven ball. Nice driven ball into him.
Just happened to be that number 18, Pierre Leroux, was right there. How is he offside? He's interesting.
Must have been a shoulder or something, or a foot back that he stepped forward. Right next to his defender, he must have just taken a step from the behind him.
Yeah, that was an interesting one because it looked like he was already bodying up the defender. He could have come from an offside position. We're looking at trying to look at the whole narrative here.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually looking to see if Bechtel was the better option there.
Oh, totally.
So I don't even know if Kareem did come up from offside, but it looked like when he received it, there was definitely a player on his back.
clean nutmeg by 25 Thomas Gray potentially.
It's $1 fine. Well, we're trying to get an indicator of stoppage time, but we are in it right now. 45 minutes played. Thunder Bay 2, Minneapolis City 0 in the first half. Here, USL 2 League action at the St. Croix Rec Center.
Dangerous attack by Thunder Bay there. Well defended in the end.
The referee has indicated a minimum of 1 minute, and on the dot. Well, again, the score line 2-0 Thunder Bay over Minneapolis City. I'm John Bisworm. That has been Nick Hutton filling in for Eric Nordquist. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to bring on Chairman Dan Hudeman to talk a little bit more about what's transpired over the course of the last 36 hours. So please stay with us, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
We're trying to give some nice words to the other guys, not just too big homers. Thanks for saying that.
Discovered missing just hours before a game. Now a Minnesota soccer team is fighting to get back on their feet. Kirsten Mitchell explains who is getting the assist.
3v2 plus 1 is 4. It wasn't the kind of steal the Minneapolis City Soccer Club had trained for.
I was just sick to my stomach. I mean, I knew pretty quickly what had happened.
2 hours before game time on Sunday, volunteers showed up at the soccer field at Augsburg University to set up.
There was just nothing here, and we saw a couple of our wheel blockers and realized that something pretty big was missing for our game day.
Their trailer, packed with equipment, was gone.
Everything from our tents and banners, everything that we've accumulated over 7 years to put on a game day experience for our fans.
The team still managed to play their game, but the 501c3 volunteer-driven club is now out $15,000.
Pretty ramshackle, really people-powered, so it seems so silly to say, oh, that ticketing table really matters, but it does. You know, that first banner, yeah, that kind of hurts.
Dan Hudeman co-founded the minor league soccer club, known by fans as the Crows.
You'll hear people do crow calls from the stands and all that. It's a little weird, honestly, but it's pretty fun.
He says donations and the community support has been overwhelming for the grassroots club as they now work to get back on their feet.
When people come and support you at the level they have, you know, you can't help but feel like a new burst of energy. Like, we want to make it even better just to say thanks to everyone for having our back.
In Minneapolis, Kirsten Mitchell, WCCO News.
The soccer club has an online fundraiser to collect donations for the stolen equipment, or they say you can support them by going to their game.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to USL League 2 soccer action between Minneapolis City and Thunder Bay. Scoreline is 2-0. Nick, what did you see in the first half?
Yeah, it was composed effort by Thunder Bay back there. They stay off the Crows as they're attacking and, you know, really spring load that counterattack, and off they go. They've been really overloading this Jan Engels and Kareem Pare on the right side and trying to get some mismatches at Carson on this edge. And really pretty well defended throughout most. You know, I think the first one is a ball that comes in. I think Evan probably would suggest he wants that one back. And then the second one was a turnover in the middle. Ran the other way. West got it reasonably well defended. Couldn't quite get it on the guy to knock him off balance in the shot. And again, got by Evan into the back post is a tidy finish. But, you know, again, one that, you know, we'll see when we go back and look at the tape. So,
yeah,
two mistakes.
For me, it was death by 1,000 cuts. It was we knew what they were doing, and it's very hard to stop. It's well trained in. Thunder Bay knows where their strengths are, and they did make an adjustment for that. But enough about the first half. We are joined by Chairman Dan Hudeman. Dan, thanks for joining us.
You know I love to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. We trying to just figure out ways for you to be on halftime, or you were on deck just in case Nick couldn't make it today. But we saw before the break came back the piece that was on the news about what happened to us, and you know we mentioned it before. You know, the nuts and bolts of it, you know, no pun intended, is that some person took all of our stuff, and it's some of it's replaceable stuff, and some of it's got some sentimental value. But you know, we have the GoFundMe out there again for folks in the description, or excuse me, in the description of the player here on YouTube on the stream. You can, if you are inclined to donate, you can go hit our GoFundMe. But speaking of GoFundMe, Dan, talk to me about the response so far.
The response has been huge. You know, we put it out there that we'd had our stuff all stolen, and within, 8-10 hours, we'd hit our goal for fundraising, which was just phenomenal, and it's still going, which is fantastic. That goal we didn't know that we'd hit, replaced all the big stuff, but the fact that people are still giving to replace everything, and it means a lot, because we've had a tough week when a lot of things go wrong. And to your point, a lot of stuff in there. Some of it's small stuff, tables and racks and banners, but with what we came from and how we built this on our own, everything we sweat. So that was our first table. That was when we argued, did we have $500 for those racks? That was our first banner and our first championship banners. And so that emotional blow was in a lot of ways made up for by the fact that all these people, fans and former players and other clubs and
supporters groups and everybody
all over the world, really came, and that was one of those things. I don't want anyone to steal our shit again, but when you get a response like that, it makes it feel like, I don't know, you needed that a little bit of an emotional bump. So a big thank you to everyone who helped out. That was a game changer for us.
Well, and coming off the article that John Marthaler wrote for Soda Soccer on kind of the 100 games in for the club, it was there were a lot of emotions, positive and negative, that came out of this week.
Dan, next time we get the next trailer, are we going to have some sort of incredible, unique marker, a giant crow on the side, so as a community we can watch the trailer all the time?
I think we're going to have to. We've been talking about a wrap or some spray paint art, and we hadn't gotten to it, which is too bad, because I've had a lot of people who've been reaching out about, hey, I think I've seen your trailer over in St. Paul or over in Richfield. If it was a giant crow, maybe
trailer,
with one of those Apple tracking things, I don't know.
Yeah, we could have been a little smarter about it.
We had 4 locks on it. It weighs 1,000 pounds, but we could have had a big glow-in-the-dark crow.
So I've been asked a few times, how long are we going to have a window to donate? Because some folks are kind of waiting until that Friday payday time period because they initially couldn't donate. How long are we going to leave things open?
That's a great question. I figured we'd keep it open until the end of the month here, which gives us time. We're already doing our kind of shopping, but it's going to take time to produce things and hit up Target or whatever for some of these elements. So, by the end of the month, and
so the answer is it'll be open for a while, folks.
The end of the month is just, I think, 2 or 3 days. But
absolutely. The outpouring of support is really a true testament to what the folks like yourself and everyone else that's connected to the club has done through sweat equity and actual equity, but built this club over 7 years. So if you're looking to support, again, you can hit that description down below where you're watching us right now at home, or you can go to any one of our social channels, our website, and you can go ahead and donate if you can, or just share the message.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dan. Thanks for coming in. All right, Nick. Second half action. I have not seen subs.
Nope. Nothing yet. A couple water bottles in the field get cleared. I think it's a response coming out of halftime is going to be telling.
Yeah. Can you tell me what you think the response is going to be?
I think the team's kind of sick of it, but, we're kind of carrying on a don't quit mentality. I think everybody's ready to not have to not quit anymore, but, we found ourselves in the same spot again.
Yeah, for me, it's go for broke. It's already 2. You can either create a training exercise and try to continue to drill in what you've been working on, or do you or try something wild?
Yeah, go create.
Don't go crazy.
Don't be willing to make mistakes in attacking third.
Yeah.
Go creative. Go attack them.
So far, there hasn't been any indicator. There hasn't been any indicator that, Bechtel slips. There hasn't been any indicator of substitutions on either side.
No, I can't imagine Thunder Bay is going to have a real long shift for a lot of their guys. They've another game going tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
Nice recovery by Jonah there. I think this is pretty clear. They said speed of play has just got to get up.
What a great touch by Birmingham.
A little disconnection there from Birmingham and Jamie Wynn.
Fantastic one touch, though.
It was brilliant.
Perfect amount of weight to keep it in bounds.
Bit casual out of mark there, but good hunt down.
Looks like Eric Contreras is warming up on the sidelines for the Crows.
He, Jameson, Darley all had some long halftime warm-ups. Nice save by Evan.
But can we spark the attack now? Like, little slow out of the back. That's maybe a question for you, Nick, being in the squad. What's the directive? Is it to build from the back when it comes to things like that? Like, or, you know, should there be an option to take quick hitters?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think what Carl's trying to put in place here is general patterns,
Okay.
starting positions. But he wants people to play their football in a free game, go take chances, go on one-on-ones and things like that. And maybe if we get a little bit unorganized, we get back to what we want to start with. But he wants people to get in. He wants, if they've got a loaded back line and they're up high and we've got a mismatch, go hit it, take it.
Identical spot where we complained about a call in the first half. And then we get so far.
Absolutely.
If the voice isn't just coming from the coach across, you're hearing the players yelling at their guys to move the ball quicker.
Yes.
Typically, if the coach is yelling at you, do it. But if you got 10 other guys yelling at you, definitely do it.
Goalie had a nice dive at it there. Nice take. It just got around a little bit. Good. Oh, boy.
There it is again.
Some great feet by Kareem Pari there.
I'm interested now that we flipped the script on the sides here. Number 24 for Thunder Bay, Moses Cafaro. We're really impressed with him last half from what I could see, but it was way over there.
Oh, absolutely.
And, from that outside back perspective, he looks to me, you know, with the style of play that we're seeing from Thunder Bay, as the person who doesn't benefit from the ball always going to the opposite side of the field.
Absolutely.
A
little chaos in the box there.
Yeah.
Well defended. Oh, he's absolutely Moses. You can tell he's got some really good technique, good feet, strong left foot, and he can move.
But 9 times out of 10, he's the one doing the defending because you're seeing Ingles get up with Para and attack on that right side.
Then a combination of Pierre Leroux and Bradley Sample really just kind of sitting in that pivot when they do go. I mean, right now you can see Pierre sitting in that fullback line.
He's almost dictating the line.
Dangerous by Scott. He got away with it. In Thunder Bay, a little bit of energy conservation here with the busy schedule, just backing off, getting compact.
I mean, where I look at here, Nick, I see four players from Minneapolis City in a static line, marking with the back line of Thunder Bay.
Absolutely.
Like there needs to, in my opinion, be more movement out of them because that's easy to mark.
Absolutely. There's no layers right now. They're a little bit static.
Good way to put it,
flat
layers.
lines.
Yeah, layers.
First substitution for the Crows. Eric is coming on for, it looks like, Mark Gallagher. That means Dennis is going to be moving to that front line. Eric is going to try to get in there and try to control a little bit more of the engine room.
Eric's coming off injury, right? A little knock, I believe he picked up.
Yep. Maybe not quite 100%, but seems to be moving off the hop.
I mean, getting, about 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 35 minutes of action, that's the best way to do it, right?
Absolutely.
To test it.
A lot of high intensity here. Do it in spurts. See how the recovery goes. Ooh, nasty tackle by Dennis. Nothing malicious. It just had a second leg dragging.
Oh, actually, I think I just got rid of. I took the wrong person off of our board here.
Well, Mark
Gallagher. There we go. So that's Dennis Mensah in the 52nd minute. Yellow card.
Good to see Jan Engels up and moving okay there.
I think definite yellow card foul. I think it sounded worse than it was.
Yeah, just big collision.
Yeah.
He's moving all right. Hopefully just a knock.
I mean, those cigarette packs in his shins don't don't cover the whole area.
Great run, great ball. One-on-one with the goalie.
There's that speed from Kafuro we were talking about.
Great ball by Contreras there. Excellent recovery by Moses.
If you're Bechtel, you want that one back because you're going to take a quicker shot.
Oh, absolutely. You probably don't let that come down on your thigh. You probably let that drop all the way.
Well, now you know what you're up against from a speed perspective of the guy guarding you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Can we turn quickly here?
Nice quick influence by Eric here, getting on the ball.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've liked the response so far from the Crows through the half, creating a good chance. But Eric in particular, definitely showing the reason why he was coming in.
Oh, early ball. Good thought. Nice take by Scotty. Shea with some good yards there.
Oh, the final ball.
Confident goaltending.
Nick, look your best, please, with the only barber you should trust in Minneapolis, Southside Barber Lounge, located on 38th and Bloomington. It is the spot for the elevated men's grooming without the no-nonsense. Make an appointment at southsidebarberlounge.com. You're looking a little scraggly, Nick. Just trying to help you out.
I'm giving him a call. Check out the website.
Good tackle by Pena.
The Crows are getting in there and winning some tackles a little bit stronger this half.
Here's my my devil's advocate question. Where was this energy in the first half? I mean, it's a valid question to ask because, I mean, yes, you go down 2 goals, but what I've seen is what I feel is what the coaching staff wanted in the first half.
Yeah.
But it took 55 minutes to get there.
Yeah, you just hope that you don't require this little spark of negative energy first. Like to see Hakeem getting on the ball a little bit more. He's moving all the way out to the wings to try to get on it. Nice hit. Great goal.
Oh, there it is. Contreras. In the 56th minute, Eric Contreras with a goal. And that puts Minneapolis City back in the game, 2-1 versus Thunder Bay. What a finish. The substitute paying off for Coach Craig.
Again, that was some good ball movement, moving around the up the outside edge. Andrew and Hakeem out on the wing here. Just getting on the ball, on and off the ball a little bit quicker.
I mean, there's a reason we're seeing it right now, Nick, why this is the first place team in the conference. I mean, they're solid all over the place, but what we've seen is when pressed and disrupting what they do, arguably the best I've seen in the conference.
Mm-hmm. Dangerous ball there, well recovered by Wes.
Good work by Wes.
Good battle. I don't think Kareem saw him coming.
When they're pressed and we can play quick through them, the top of the division looks less scary.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they are content with letting us have the ball and hanging around and staying back in our lines. If we can move it and shift them, we can get in there and be dangerous to compete.
And press with calculated purpose, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it were me, I'm content with them bypassing Para, and no disrespect to Birmingham, who's on a goal today, playing that long ball to him with his back with two guys on it. I'm okay with that.
Oh, yeah. That's part of we'll take that all day in the game plan.
Mm-hmm.
Long balls, it should be well defended in the back.
And easy second balls to come off if he does get a touch on it.
Mm-hmm. You know, I don't think that Thunder Bay doesn't want to play it that way. So if they're hitting long balls like that, you know, we're doing something right. You know, it's very different than a lot of the other teams in the league where they're giving us 50 yards before they engage.
It's almost like it's a trigger for what they do well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, okay, go ahead and have this, but as soon as we win it, we're going to go right back to the well with what works.
Yep, they don't mind.
And try to stop it. Oh boy. Let's get a little bit organized here.
Nice punch by the goalie there.
Yep.
Probably not sure what he's going to land on, so might as well just get out of there.
That's
certainly a reaction off of the bench there, but tough to see from his side. Seemed like Wes and Parr were having a good battle, and I think Eric got in there late and couldn't see if he.
Do we have a replay on that?
Couldn't see if he caught him. Certainly reaction out of the bench.
Both benches. I mean, you hope the Parr is okay. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. The air index in here is getting a little difficult.
You got a few folks warming up on the sideline from there.
Just a replay of what happened. I don't know. I didn't see anything in it.
Could have been a spare elbow or shoulder or something. A lot of intensity out there. Something caught him by accident.
He looks okay.
Frankly, protecting a lead, you take your time coming up off of a little bit of an injury stop.
Ooh.
Nicely done by Evan there. Birmingham really, really read what Wes was thinking there.
Minneapolis City wants to give thanks to Pedal Pub, a new sponsor for 2023 season. Get your crew together, work those legs, chug some beers, and give the middle finger to bars that stay in one place. Ride the party, baby. Ride Pedal Pub.
Nice build up of the Crows there. Oh boy.
And that is the third goal for Thunder Bay in the 62nd minute. Brendan Birmingham with the finish. Looks like maybe a little bit of a miscommunication between goalkeeper Siefkin and the back line there. Can we run that replay? Sorry, I was looking at something. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Did you see? I was talking about Pedal Pub.
Wes and his player were battling for the ball that was checking up. Evan thought he was going to get out there, and it checked up pretty reasonably. But if you've got a center back and a center forward, I think Evan, looking back, probably stays on his line next time. But he and Wes should be giving each other some instruction there.
Yeah, I think there was no communication from anyone there.
That's the miss there, is there's no conversation. And Wes is in a battle, so I'd like to see Evan be just a little bit more vocal. He's commanding.
Well, this makes it a different game, Nick.
Once again, get another one, can get back into competing here. It's been a really nice half until that outside a run of play. It's a routine ball that hopefully is getting knotted home, but kind of happened a lot here this year.
Great ball by Andrew. Well, taste of their own medicine. So is it a personnel change maybe to kind of get back in this again? Do you go with the horses that are currently running the race? Is it a formation shift? What is it for you?
We're getting chances. I don't think it's too much of a change. You might get some fresh legs, get some fresh ideas. It's going to take some even bigger effort from those guys up front that have been putting in some hard yards. So Carl's going to pull some guys off the bench and make a difference in that capacity. I don't think it's necessarily a formation change. Maybe we set our line a little bit differently. We start to engage them as they get outside of their 18 rather than halfway up to the center circle.
Mm-hmm.
So you might change a line of press, but again, I think we're working forward pretty well. I don't think they're going to come out of their shell too often. They don't want to turn this thing into a track meet for a number of reasons.
Yeah, I mean,
game tomorrow and
2-goal lead.
Pack it up.
What we don't want to see, though, Nick, is anyone trying to take it into their own hands, right? Like making sure that you're being calculated with your chances.
Yeah, absolutely. Not getting irresponsible, but
looks like we have a substitution for Thunder
number
Bay.
10, Jamie Wynn.
Jamie had a good shift.
Yeah.
Looks like
tough to see the number across.
Looks like it might be number 14, Muslim Omar. All right. I am right.
Yeah.
Substitution in the 65th minute for Thunder Bay is number 10, Jamie Wynn, coming out for number 14, Muslim Umar.
Fresh legs on the left wing here.
Which is ironic because they don't go to the left wing.
Yeah.
You think you want to maybe save Para for a game tomorrow?
He's probably having a conversation with the coach, and after getting knocked down earlier, he's probably saying, I want to get on the score sheet.
It's like, yeah, coach, I'm good. I can go to today and tomorrow, full 90.
Seems like a fit young guy. He can go 2 in a row.
Good collective defense there by the Crows.
Absolutely. Those Thunder Bay attackers have some quick feet up there. Tough to deal with. It's our second Mpls ad read.
We're not at college anymore. I'm an adult, Nick. I'm unapologetic about where I drink my beer. Bechtel's in.
Nice play by Bechtel, win that back.
I'll tell you one thing about Shea Bechtel. There's no quit in that man. Carson Pena getting in on the act. No, that's another instance where the player is actually out of bounds when it hits him. Yes, the referee is correct that hit the player, but same thing that happened down here. But like I was saying, I'm unapologetic about where I drink my beer, Nick. But it's because I can do things like ride Metro Transit. If I had a few too many. Thanks to our new sponsor for 2023, Metro Transit, with buses and trains that run to every corner of the Metro. It's the easiest way to make it to the next city match. Free ride passes are available for home games outside of this one. Learn more at MPLSCitySC.com. Thank you, Metro Transit.
I like to take my bike on the Metro Transit. Great system. Great through ball by Thunder Bay. Goes for the cheeky chip over Evan. Not quite pulled off, but that would have been something.
I got one more ad read before we cross them off the board, and guess whose it is? It's yours, my friend. But you don't have to do it now. Just we have to do this before the end of the game.
Get hungry if I read it too soon.
Oh, little clue. Our friends from up north are like, what are these two jokers talking about? You'll find out, folks. It's not poutine. Guarantee that.
Great take by Bechtel.
Is that play on or just a non-call?
Didn't see a signal for advantage, which is what I'd wanted anyways. Oh, great strike. What a quick reaction by the goalie.
And a great save by Sala.
That's about one of the toughest saves you can get in soccer, is just down quick, down quick.
I'll say this, Nick, the season hasn't been going like the way the Crows want it to go, but there's just never any quit. I love that. Because soccer, sometimes it totally sucks, and the games don't go your way. You run into a team like Thunder Bay that's well drilled in. We ran into an early match, a well drilled in RKC team. But no one gives up. I love that.
Absolutely. We're really getting punished by our mistakes, where other years, maybe we're not making quite as many mistakes, but we're also kind of getting away with stuff. This year, any little bad break or anything like that.
What's the difference in the league we play in?
Absolutely. There's certainly a factor of the luck being created against us is a heck of a lot different competition. These guys are great.
I mean, I'm unapologetic about the league we came from, saying that it's a different animal.
Absolutely.
But it's good for players, and if our mission is trying to elevate players and the game in the state of Minnesota, we're doing that. It's just there's just certain teams in our conference, and last year and this year that they have some serious players that have a little bit more experience than us, maybe at this level. I remember quite a few names on this sheet for Thunder Bay that we faced last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can tell these guys. Oh boy,
Contreras was feeling himself on that.
Oh,
on that goal.
Goalie was out past his 6. If he takes that, he almost blazed that one right over, leading us right into our friends over at Blaze Pizza. Blaze Pizza feeds the players after home games, and they're fired up to feed your family any day of the week. Visit the locations in Minneapolis and St. Louis Park for fast-fired pizzas served right out of the oven. Learn more at blazepizza.com.
Oh, you nailed it, buddy. Looks like number 11 came off for number 16.
26.
16.
26. Bradley Sample hopped off.
And so did 11. 16 came on for 11. That's
Brian Ananias. Sorry, Brian.
So coming into we know this one for sure. Coming into the game for Thunder Bay is number 16, Brian Ananis. And for number 11, Kareem Parra, who at this point we both have talked plenty about how we feel about that guy. He's done a great job today. And then number 25, Bradley Sample came off, but I believe the player hasn't turned around yet, so I don't quite know who it was.
We're in a little bit of an injury break here. You'd hear the thunderstorm starting to get going outside of the dome.
Yep, so once you figure out who the guy, number 6, you call that one.
Federico.
The
Federico Tempestilli.
And then
hopping right into the pivot, maybe a part of the engine room in midfield for him.
For Minneapolis City, we had Curtis Wagner, number 20, coming on for number 5, Wes Lawrence. And number 17, or sorry, number 28. That would be number 28. Darley Floorville, who's on the ball right now, came on for Shea Bechtel.
You can just tell Darley's eager to find the ball.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, when you get out, you've been watching for 73 minutes. What do you do? All right. Well, we don't have the typical microphone, walkie-talkie from field side. We don't have the luxury of that today. So we're having to try to guess what the subs are. Chairman Hoodeman trying to tell me how to do my job over here. Yeah, Darley wants one. Darley comes to us late. He goes to Northwestern, so a Big Ten product, and we've known from many Northwestern players throughout the 7 years of our club. They run off different semesters, so you don't get those players until a little bit deeper into your summer.
Athletic play by Nathaniel Sala in the back.
I'm interested to see what Thunder Bay does with the exclusion of Parra. Like, do they change their play style? It looks like they're going just straight Route 1 soccer here. Again, it looks like a miscommunication between goalkeeper Evan Siefkin and his center backs. Thunder outside? Or is there a motorcycle going by?
Oh, yeah, no, Thunder Bay brought it.
Number 14, Muslim Omar.
A little early.
His inclusion, his first touch of the match was negated by offside.
Coach Craig really trying to push the players up the field and crunch those lines from the back line up to the front and get that up higher. Nice ball in from Curtis, combining with Hakeem. Eric Contreras for a second.
Oh, he's feeling it today.
Really nice build up there. Great connecting play by Hakeem there.
The difference for me in the two halves, Nick, and agree or disagree with me, is the inclusion of activity and action from our central three.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect to the players who maybe came off, but there's just more coming out of the middle three.
I think they've figured out their spacing that much better, right? They've been able to get the ball all the way through the lines into Hakeem, who can come back to players facing forward, where it was just a bit clogged in that first half.
Good hold-up play there from Shazinski.
Just delaying his guy. That's smart. Nice play by Carson there.
That guy come from offside. Oh, not the clearance that we want there.
Nice cleanup. Nice play by Scotty.
Excuse me. A lot of mixed messages coming from both sides of the bench there, what they thought happened on that play.
Oh yeah, everyone's got an argument there.
Looks like Scotty kind of pulled out of that challenge.
He did. Smart toe on that one.
In the 79th minute here, 3-1 Thunder Bay versus Minneapolis City. You look at the score line, you want that one back from the rattle bar, Nick, in the first half by Morgan. And then you just look at a couple mistakes that, if cleaned up, this game's a different story.
Absolutely. The game plan isn't what failed this thing. There's a few individual hiccups, and the run of the game's been pretty competitive. Going back and forth. Crows are getting a little bit better at some of their build-up deeper into the play. Thunder Bay continues to have a really nice counter.
I thought the inclusion of Contreras is what turned this game
Absolutely.
for the Crows.
Hakeem's done a really nice job of getting on the ball more.
No foul. No foul. Do you consider that a foul?
I guess
if he had the ball still?
Smart play. Smart by Muslim to really just kind of bait him into that.
I don't think
Muslim might have even been holding on to Andrew, so Andrew couldn't get off of his grab.
I don't really think that's a foul, especially because he tried it off with the ball. I mean, there was contact there, but I
absolutely could see it. Yeah, absolutely going either way. I think, savvy move by 14. Just
for sure.
Lock him in, let the whistle, push everybody out. Ten minutes to go. Can we get one and make this stressful last run in?
Well, it looks like there's some substitutes that are for sure coming. It looks like Clemente Puig has taken his training top off. Where'd he go? Oh, he's over by the trash cans. I bet you $1 he comes in. Okay, $2.
Donate it for the trailer.
Yeah. Speaking of donated to the trailer, if you're interested in helping out the club, we are a 501c3. So any donation that you provide is tax deductible. So it's never too early to think about those tax deductions for you. I don't know about you, Nick, but for me, it always comes the end of the year and I'm like, Should have donated more.
Absolutely. Donating to Minneapolis City is one of the greatest tax shields you can have.
Yeah. The club loves to give back. So if you're inclined to help us out, help us rebuild 7 years of progress that was stolen from us by somebody or some people, a group, we'll call it. Probably was a group. It was a big trailer. You can head on down to the description in this broadcast, and you can do so. Maybe you just want to donate so that I stop talking and Nick finishes the broadcast. I'm fine with that. Maybe you want to buy some merch at MPLSCitySC.com. Maybe you want to come out to our last 2 home games. Whatever it is, every little bit counts, and we appreciate the support we've had as well as the support that we continue to get. These are those dangerous spots you were talking about, Nick,
Absolutely.
losing the ball in.
Nice 1-2 plays, offsides though, a little early.
Oh, why are you screaming at the ref?
I guess we get the benefit of replay, but it did look like he hopped around him on that 1-2.
I don't need to replay on that one. All right, we got some subs coming. Number 30, Clemente Puig is coming on for number 8, Andrew Shazinski. Probably indicating some form of a formation shift, if I had to guess.
It doesn't appear so. And then Steve Lamar on for Hakeem.
Maybe not a formation shift, but at least an adjustment of maybe positioning in the attack.
Potentially intent, yeah, absolutely. You can already see what high positions they're having him take.
Tell me a little bit about playing with Clemente. You know, whether it is in the training environment.
Yeah, he's quiet kid. Oh, great strike. Quiet kid, hard worker. You know, he's determined. Gets into tackles, good at balls. He's got good feet. You know, just a lot of energy. I like how he intends to play direct. You know, he doesn't want to play a lot of tiki-taka.
He wants to go forward.
He wants to go.
Yep. I see him come on and provide energy. Mm-hmm. And what I'm wondering is, when's that time where he cracks a starting 11?
Mm-hmm. Lack of communication there. Joan ended up leaving it.
Two more substitutions here for Thunder Bay. Looks like number 25, Thomas Gray, is going to come off.
And Hugo Tavares.
Number 8, Hugo Tavares. We'll figure out who is coming on for who.
13, Alexander Pike, shifting into the back lines.
So
and
officially,
15, Jag Arena.
Officially, number 25, Thomas Gray, makes way for number 13, Andrew Pike. And number 8, Hugo Tavares, makes way for number 15, Jagarina. Is that
Federico
Tempestilli on the ball?
Yep.
I remember that guy from last year. That guy's smooth.
Four minutes. Important little push here.
If we take a page out of their book, it's a good ball by Wagner.
Don't mind the intent. Lock him in.
Is it Jagarina? Is the J silent? Or is it Jagarina?
I think Jag is my guess. Maybe we'll ask him after the game.
We didn't get pronunciation guides. Curtis Wagner, we didn't mention, making his way back from his red card suspension. It looks like Aiden O'Driscoll is the other. Good turn by Contreras.
Really nice play.
Is the only other player that's sitting out on suspension.
Nearly there, Carson.
You'd like to maybe see Clemente up higher here on the.
I think outside
on
back
Omar.
is a little bit of a foreign position for him.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's played winger back in his day.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes, defensively he has to guard an outside back, but on the press,
Good header there by Clemente.
maybe moving up a ways, I guess you could say. But you're correct. He probably hasn't played right back a lot in his day.
So they moved Dennis once again after Hakeem came off and shifted Stevie out onto the left wing. Dangerous.
This guy's smooth. Oh, anyone hear that thunder? Pretty happy I'm inside, not outside, playing this game.
That was a big one.
That was. Either we're in the eye or it's coming.
Would like to see that a touch quicker out of Brian. Just keep that ball bouncing around, moving around. Ooh, oof. Eric getting a yellow card for the kick because he thought he was fouled himself. Unfortunately, Dennis wears the pain here from the tackle that goes after the foul.
Yeah, I don't think the ref saw that one. He was busy blowing the whistle and giving the card out. Is it something that maybe the fourth official sees?
Yeah, it's a bit of a bang-bang play. I think Dennis was a bit. I think the defender might have ended up getting a little bit clumsy after getting fouled by Eric potentially. Maybe he knew he had a free one.
If anyone's hearing that through our microphones, it's not the fans cheering. That's the absolute downpour happening outside right now, hitting the dome. The fourth official has indicated 4 minutes, minimum of 4 minutes extra time.
Great play by Curtis there. I think Muslim just wore that one right in the face. Came off the goalie and caught him right in the jaw. Seems to be doing okay though.
I think I am going to. Scotty cramped. Just knock it out. Knock it out.
He cramped up on hitting that long ball.
He can't even straighten his toe out. know about you, Nick, but I'm going to find maybe the closest place to sit and let the storm go past.
Is there a Blaze Pizza nearby?
Mpls and Blaze Pizza are not close to us.
Jameson Charles probably going to be getting a couple of minutes to end this thing, or we'll see if Carl lets him just
wait it
close
out
it
for
out.
Milwaukee, maybe.
He's up and moving now. Just getting back from Germany. 90 minutes is a full game here after just getting back.
Scotty, eat more bananas.
Ref needs to have a look over here to wave him back on.
Still limping a bit.
High likelihood that that thing is going to go again.
Oh. I don't want to speak ill of the players that came in off the bench for Thunder Bay, but there is a considerable difference from players like Para on the wings for Thunder Bay.
Absolutely. I mean, 2 goals. They've got another game tomorrow. Could be just a very conservative approach. They're not quite hitting those same long balls they started with in the first half as well.
Three and a half minutes into the scheduled 4 minimum. You have to think maybe another
ambitious take.
Puig looks to try to get on the score sheet from distance there, going just wide. You think maybe another 30 seconds, minute added on for the Heinen medical attention?
Probably not in the end. I don't think anybody's particularly asking for it. Crows have a match on the weekend, and these guys have a match tomorrow. I don't think there's going to be any complaints if it gets called.
Good individual work by Floorville.
Nice ball in by Curtis again. Taking his time. Wise out of the back.
Eric Contreras came to play today, folks.
Absolutely. Good distribution out of the back there. Bit of afters for Stevie.
Stevie or Curtis? It's like in the 95th minute, yellow card caution's going to number 20, Curtis
Is
Wagner.
Stevie walking off the field?
Stevie get red carded?
Yeah.
What happened?
Is that red? Red?
Can we go
Bit of confusion in the
tape.
last
Looks like
90 seconds
Stevie
after.
Lamar was sent off in the 96th minute. We'll try to find out what's going on. We have one of the best producers in the business, Tyler, on it. But I think Curtis got a yellow card too.
Yeah. Kind of irresponsible to grab one there.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that does it. Minneapolis City 1, Thunder Bay 3. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up, and we'll get you out of here, so please stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to St. Croix Sports St. Croix Rec Center, Performance Center, whatever it's called.
St. Croix Dome.
St. Croix Dome. As Minneapolis City falls 3-1 to Thunder Bay. Nick, I mean, for me, this one was, we faced the best team in the division.
Yep, very good team.
We actually we saw with eyes instead of looking at things on paper how good they were and why they are in a position of strength.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it was a tale of execution off of mistake.
Absolutely.
And we've talked about that for the last couple weeks. The season's short, so it's very hard to rebound off of mistakes that kill you. But we talked about the league we're in is different than where we came from, and you get punished for mistakes here because the quality's higher.
Absolutely. You know, my bad gets punished a lot worse in this league than previous years, and you know, it's a good team that capitalized on, again, errors. Game plan was good. No team's game plan overdid the other. You know, it was relatively match for match, pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Good chances both sides, and you know, capitalizing errors one side, and just got away for the Crows.
Yeah, I thought, you know, if we look at a standout performer for Minneapolis City today in the 3-1 defeat to Thunder Bay, I'm inclined to go to Contreras because he got on the score sheet.
Absolutely.
But I think it's actually in part it's Jonah Garcia. Mm-hmm. How many times did he step in to thwart off attack wave after attack wave that came across from pinging the ball to the right side of the field, Parra getting onto it, or I forget who the outside back, number 3.
Mm-hmm. Jan Ingles.
Jan Ingles. Either of them coming down the end line and playing crosses in, and he was there time and time again. Just couldn't get there one too many times, and they were able to get on the score sheet through that.
And he had a lot of the ball today, too.
When he had a lot of the ball today, you could hear him organizing guys, doing what a captain does. So, for me, he's my man of the match. With a 1A, 1B with Eric Contreras, that was a nice goal.
Absolutely, on the Crows side for sure. Yeah.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, if you're looking to help us out, every little bit does. You can hit the description, or you can go on social, and you can find our GoFundMe. We really appreciate all the support we've had. We thank you so much. The supporters are what makes this a thing for us. We are a supporter-driven 501c3 club, and we love having you out. We love your support, and we really appreciate what you do to help us give players like Wes Lawrence, who just gave me a fist bump here, an opportunity and a place to play during their off seasons from college. So once again, I am John Bisworm. That was Nick Hutton. Nick, you did a great job stepping in.
It's fun.
Thanks so much for helping out. That's been the duo, the husband-wife duo of the Birchbox, working the camera and being the back of the house production. Thank you so much for helping us out. You guys actually do all the hard work. We just sit here and talk about soccer. But once again, Minneapolis City and USL League 2 action falls 3-1 to Thunder Bay. Next action is away on July 1st, Milwaukee Bavarians. So check out, if you're in Milwaukee, come check it out. It's 7:30 p.m. at Bavarian Soccer Club. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.